Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube. My name is Nur Muhammad from NWatch and we are back with my watch collection revisit video. So this time around, the subject for today's review is a 1 year review of this San Martin SN006, right? So this one look at this particular watch and you will see that this is an homage of a certain R brand, right? So R brand with the sub model. So but this is not an homage of a recent model, but rather a vintage model from their lineup, right? So I can't really remember what reference that is, but yeah, still you can't really find this style anymore in the R brand current model, right? So yeah, let's just leave it at that, right? So let's do a quick dimension check for this particular piece. So I believe it was 39 millimeters in diameter on the case, but on the bezel itself it is 40 millimeters, right? So if we measure just the case, it will be supposed to be at around 39 millimeters and a thickness of about 13.5. so this is a dive watch, so yeah, it is supposed to be that thick, but the dimension that I don't really like really is this the lug to lug is a bit too long at about 48.6. so they should have, you know, make it to down to 40, less than 48 maybe. So for this particular watch size, because the lug looks a bit too long, right? So you can see that the lug is slim but a bit too long in my opinion, right? So I think this one is retailing for at about $330 and of course you can get it during any AliExpress sale. So in fact we're gonna have the next sales from AliExpress will be that 11/11 sales, which is, you know, I think this one will drop less than $300, but of course they have revised this watch to include a T style dial, right? T brand dial with those snowflake hands and also snowflakes dial hour markers, which is, for me, I prefer that one, but still they have maintained the exact same case, which for me is a bit of bummer because I still do think that the lug to lug is a bit too long, right? So sized up for my 6.75 inch wrist, and I just measure it on the scale. On this, they come in on this bracelet, excellent bracelet by the way. So it has a weight of just 141 grams, so which is still okay for me because my limit is 150 grams, right? So, and yeah, love how this thing wears actually. Alright, so and of course it has a sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating at the underside, and yep, this is to confirm it has that AR coating. It has sapphire crystal, and don't really see any blue hue here, so maybe they are using a clear anti-reflective coating. So of course this one is featuring this box dome sapphire crystal. I don't think it is a double dome, but yeah, still it makes the watch looks like a vintage watch, right? So, and check out how slim the mid case is, very nice. So of course finishing polish finishing on the side, and I have scratched it. Oh no, I've scratched it. Man, come on, where the heck did that scratch came from? But yeah, that is one of the thing that I don't really like about this particular watch, because it has a very nice high polish case and it tends to pick up scratch that easily, right? So yeah, that's that. And we have a drill lug, so easy to swap up from this bracelet to another strap, right? So at this side we also have the same exact polish finishing, very nice high polish there, and with that old dollar sign crown, right? So that's kind of annoying, but yeah, still I don't really mind it, but some people will. And let's see, yeah, that is a 7mm crown, very easy to use. Brush finishing on the top of the case, when we have this beautifully done what do you call this, polish bevel, right? So polish brush and brush on the top, and we have this polish beveling from the case up until the end of the lugs, which is very nicely finished. You know, let's just give it a zoom, and yeah, check out that finishing. Of course, San Martin produces one of the best case finishing on the AliExpress market today, right? So you can see that the handling of this particular watch is that it is set inside of the lug, so which is, you know, kind of bugs me in the beginning, but I don't really mind it, because when I saw my buddies to the Black Bay, they also have the exact same fit. So which is, you know, maybe it is just one of their method to reduce the lug to lug. I'm not really sure. Right, so the bezel has this, what do you call this, scalp, not really scalp. You can't really call this a coin edge, right? So I don't really know what to call this, but still the grip is very, very nice, and the bezel action is very, very nice as well, right? 120 clicks, right? You don't really have any back play whatsoever. Very, very nicely done in my opinion. And of course, this one is featuring a ceramic bezel insert, and with those printed indices on the bezel insert, and you see that the printing is actually not white, so it is actually a very, very light gray, so it matches the minute indices on the dial, right? So you see that, you can see that the printing on the San Martin logo and the 200 meters 650 feet automatic are all printed in a slightly light colored gray, which is, you know, it's a bit different compared to the, you know, the usual Homage watch, other brands Homage watches. But the hour indices and the hour hands and also minute hands are all printed in white PGW9 Lume, right? So of course we have that second hand lollipop, right? So all the hands are finished in polish finishing, and which is looks very, very cool. And yeah, I just when I received this watch, I was like, oh, I was kind of blown away with the high level of quality of this particular piece, right? So the crown, it is easy to screw out and easy to hand wind the movement, which is the PT5000 movement. Of course, we have a ghost date position, and I don't really feel any date wheel running around there. And if you go to outer position, you can set the crown, right? So set the time, which is very, very cool. There's no, you know, there's no stuttering whatsoever. So yeah, your typical PT5000 movement, which is a high quality movement, by the way. So some mentioned in one of my older comments, older videos, saying that this PT5000 is a very bad movement. So I said to him, you know what, I'm just gonna be keeping this watch for about a year and see what happens after that. And still, after 1 year, there's no issue whatsoever. So maybe he just got unlucky with his watch, with his movement. I'm not really sure, but I haven't had any issues with any of my watches with PT5000 movement as yet, right? So anyway, so let's I've totally forgot to talk about the bracelet. So the bracelet is featuring this old style bracelet, tapering from 20 millimeters down to 16 millimeters, with this excellent clasp by San Martin, with this scissor style clasp, swing arm here, and with 4 micro edges. And we have, of course, a very, very beautifully finished clasp here with this San Martin hexagon logo, with this what do you call this, polished beveling with a 4 micro edges. So yeah, excellent clasp and bracelet by San Martin, right? So let's just put it on the wrist before we do that obligatory lume check, right? So quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my San Martin SN004 BB58 LE limited edition, right? So this is one of the reason why I didn't wear this watch that much, because for me the proportion of this particular piece is much more suited to my wrist size, which is 6.75 or 17 centimeters, right? So this watch featuring a 46 millimeters lug to lug and a smaller case of 38 millimeters, and I just prefer a much smaller case nowadays, right? So yep, let's just put the SN006 on the wrist and see how it looks like. And you can see that the case, right? So because the case design of this particular piece, it's quite straight, so you don't really see that, you know, you don't really see the case, the lugs going down. So that is why you can see that big gap there. So kind of bugs me sometimes, but that is why I prefer to put this on a strap or leather strap or on a NATO strap. So that is how I managed to, you know, reduce that visual annoyance, right? So anyway, it sits very, very nice on the wrist, right? So let's just check the lume, and to do that, let's just quickly charge these two watches with my UV light, right? So of course it is not going to be glowing as bright as the SN004, because that one is using an applied indices. That is why I'm gonna be charging that one, the SN006, a bit more, right? So I guess ready for the Lume check. 3, 2, 1, and boom, right? So you can see that the BGW9 applied on the SN006 is still very, very good, because they have tons of Lume application there, versus the applied indices of this SN004. Yeah, it is going to lose the battle, but still this is a very, very good application, because it will stay all through the night, so if you charge it properly, right? So what do I think after 1 year of ownership, right? So it's quite difficult to get a nice pairing for this particular watch, because of that gray printing on the bezel, and also on the minute track, right? So it's quite difficult, although it features this monochromatic design, but still getting a perfect watch strap color, it's a bit of an annoyance, to be completely honest with you. So that is why I normally put it on this bracelet, or on a gray colored NATO strap, because those somehow looks much better compared to any other colors, right? So that is one thing. So it's not really that versatile, but if you guys are a bracelet guy, you will definitely enjoy this particular piece. And of course, if you guys have bigger wrist than mine, this is one of the perfect homage of those vintage R sub models, right? So yep, will I keep it in long term? I don't know, guys. I might sell this in a few months time, or even I would sell this tomorrow, but yeah, still I have a few more videos to do with this particular list. So yeah, if you guys do live in Malaysia and you want to get this watch off me, so please do mention your name in the comment section below, and we will chat even further, right? So there you have it, guys, my 1 year review of this excellent San Martin SN006. And if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.